Hello, I hope you are a member of a church. If you don't go to church, you go to the mosque. But do you know that churches can do printing and branding? How many members are there in your church? Those members are enough to give you enough clients, and the church can do printing business. You print for the church members, you print the choir member uniforms, you print the youth uniform. In Catholic, there is the order of the mass. You print those order of the mass. You print banners. Maybe you want to do some advertisement. The church itself can do that. You want to print flyers. The church can do that. And you also have the big churches like the Catholic. You find like in a diocese, a diocese consists of so many small churches. So a diocese can establish a printing hub and supply all these uniforms and anything that a church may need to these other small churches. Same to the SDAs. We have field. I hope they call it field, like the Ranen field, Nairobi field. I don't know if it exists, but the field also has some small churches that they can supply. So you may have the printing hub at the headquarters of the church. Then supply your branches with the merchandises that they need, because I believe you do print the uniform, choir member uniform, youth uniform. That can be done from your church. Then you supply those other small churches. So we have churches like the Catholic, we have the SDA, we have the Kingdom Seekers Church. It's in Nakuru. We have CITAM, we have Mavuno Church, we have Anglican Church of Kenya, ACK, Free Pentecostal Fellowship of Kenya, the Coptic Orthodox Church, Full Gospel Church, and Kenya Assemblies. So generally, there are so many churches in Kenya, and the churches are so much organized. They have very good numbers, or they have very good members. So if you belong to a church that has more than 100 members, kindly you can do business. And by the way, doing printing in the church is so much helpful, because number one, you will have an extra source of income as a church. From the printing, you may be also engaging the church members. If they have any printing business or any printing that they want to do, they can go to the church, because number one, there is trust. Once I take something to the church, there is trust. And by the way, some of these churches have even schools. And I think in my previous video I've talked about printing in schools, or I'll talk about it. Most of these churches have schools. So you will also be printing for the school children. So there is school and there is church. But if your church does not have a school, you can concentrate on the church alone. Churches have youths. Once you establish the printing hub in the church, you can also engage the youth. You train the youth on how to do printing. During holidays, they come and learn printing at the church. In most churches, we only engage the youths in maybe choir, dancing in church. Why don't we just think out of the box, that we can also give the youths skills that can be beneficial to them, and also engage them so that they don't enter into the worldly things. So you can establish a printing. It will help in engaging the youths of the church. It will also provide a source of income to the church, and then the church itself will also be printing their merchandises at a reduced or at a very low cost. So as a church, there are basic machines that you can buy for the start. Number one, you'll need a computer, you need a plotter, and then you need a heat press machine for the start. And by the way, that is just enough to generate adequate income for the church. And I believe there are so much well-established churches, very big churches like the ones that I mentioned, though these other ones are equally big in their own capacity. But in numbers, we have churches that they have so many followers. So followers or believers, so you can invest in even the large machines, the large format printing machine that can print big banners. You can even invest on the embroidery machine, 12 head embroidery machine. You do embroidery. You can invest in the DTF, direct to fabric. There are so many machines that the church can invest on. So you may go the way of printing material and selling, or printing material and giving to the church, and you can also go the way of training youths of the church how to do branding. They can be trained from the church on how to do branding. This will engage them, and by the way, by the time in the future, the skills will be very much helpful to them. Maybe by now they are still in primary school or even in high school. By the way, printing and branding, even a primary kid can do it. And by the way, nowadays kids are very sharp. They can do branding. So you give them, at least they have a skill. Let's not just invite them to the church to come and dance and sing. You see, even though dancing and singing equally pays, but maybe they may not know how to monetize it. But if you give him a skill in branding and printing, obviously it's already monetized. Once they come outside there, they will be competitive. They will know how to do the work. Just like we normally go to driving school and learn computer after Form 4. It's I think it's a norm in Kenya or any other country. You can also give the kids the knowledge of printing and branding. So you can think of it. If you have any inquiry, feel free to contact me in my WhatsApp, my Facebook, anywhere. My TikTok account, my number is also on my bio. Just feel free to contact me. Consultation is free of charge. I don't charge consultation. Okay, if you want a quick response, do me a call. I also do WhatsApp, but it may delay a little because I have a number of texts to answer. I also do training online, so sometimes you may find me in a class. But if you need a quick response, kindly do me a call. I'm always ready to help. So if there is any church that wants to establish a printing farm within the church, feel free to contact me. Otherwise, thank you.